Who is more skilled, Luke Skywalker or Ahsoka Tano? And why should you care? Right now, coming at you. Alright everyone, so Dave Filoni says some words and people freak out. That's usually what happens in the Star Wars universe, is somebody says something and then it's controversy nonstop for days, weeks, months on end. And with as little Star Wars content as we're getting right now, every little bit is going to just be blown out of proportion. But Ahsoka Tano versus Luke Skywalker is kind of the debate right now, and Dave Filoni was, I believe, stating, like, look, Ahsoka Tano has had years and years of training with the Jedi Order. Luke Skywalker trained with Yoda for a little bit, and everything else was on his own for the most part. So I think that's kind of what Dave Filoni was trying to allude to there, but it does bring up an interesting topic, because there's still people out in this world that wholeheartedly believe that Luke Skywalker is the chosen one. And we know he's not. We know that Anakin Skywalker is and will always be, or have been, the chosen one. And Luke Skywalker was a helping hand. He was that catalyst that could help Anakin realize who he was and bring balance to the Force. Unfortunately, people don't understand that, and they kind of run with this whole idea that, oh, look, you know, it's actually Luke that's the chosen one. He's the one that defeated the Sith and brought balance. No, it was Anakin 100%. Ahsoka could not defeat Darth Vader. Ahsoka had struggles of her own throughout all of her story that we've seen thus far. So is Luke. Now, the thing that people need to realize is Ahsoka Tano, while she is a magnificent swordsman and very attuned with the Force, she opened herself up to so much more when she walked away from the Jedi Order. And she became something more than just a Jedi. She did not allow herself to become a Sith or fall to the dark side. She still allowed the Force to guide her, but she was not so hung up on all of the ways of the Jedi. And that really helped push her to become more than what she was as a Padawan or as a Jedi. Luke Skywalker, who got to train with Yoda for a little bit, for the most part trained on his own. He didn't have that in-depth training that Ahsoka did, and according to the story, did fall to a dark place. And I'm not saying he fell to the dark side. I mean, in The Last Jedi, we see that he has a dark outlook on life and on what the Force is and how it's been utilized in the galaxy for generations. So yes, he does have this dark take on everything, which kind of is the opposite of what happened to Ahsoka. It's important to note that the convictions that each of them have were very strong with understanding and utilizing the Force. It's just that when one realized what the Jedi were, and I guess for lack of a better term, how bad being a Jedi and the Jedi were for the galaxy, Ahsoka goes one way and decides to throw herself into understanding the Force and understanding how to utilize it better. Whereas Luke, when he realizes and understands the bad that the Jedi brought, he kind of falls back and goes into seclusion and hides away and tries to shut himself off from the Force. And that's two very drastic moves that they make there. Ahsoka, obviously, because of her decision, becomes very powerful and very attuned with everything going on within the Force. Luke, he loses this connection. Ahsoka Tano, I mean, when it comes down to it, understands the Force far better and far more at this point in time than Luke Skywalker ever did. at least in my eyes. I mean, from the story that we've gotten of Luke, I would say Ahsoka has absolutely gained more knowledge and understanding of the Force than Luke, up until Luke's death even. We still don't know where Ahsoka, her story ends. But as for Luke, we see his start to Return of the Jedi, a little bit after that, and then we see him at The Last Jedi. And when you compare the two, it's easy to see that Ahsoka is far more skilled and understanding and utilizing the Force than Luke. And that's kind of the best way I can put it. And that's kind of why I was jumping back and forth, is because, yes, you can take a look at where they are at Return of the Jedi, and that's simple. That's easy to see that Ahsoka would be more powerful at that point in time. But Ahsoka is so powerful and so skilled and so understanding of how the Force is to be utilized that even Luke, at the end, is still not, at least in my opinion, as attuned and skilled with utilizing the Force as Ahsoka is around Return of the Jedi. That's not to take anything away from Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is an amazing character. He follows the hero journey perfectly, as he should. That was what his character was built and made for. Whereas Ahsoka Tano, well, she wasn't made for the hero's journey. Her journey was very different than what Luke had, or even Anakin. It's just that her stories weave in and out of those two, and I think a lot of people want to try and find, because Ahsoka has become one of the most beloved characters in Star Wars, and even as much as Luke and or Anakin. So it's no wonder why people want to find out and know who's stronger. But in a way, it doesn't matter, because they both serve a purpose within the Force and within the story, and their purpose is handled by both of them as they need to be. That's why I think it doesn't matter. That's why I think you really shouldn't care, but I think you also should care, because it's interesting. It's interesting to talk about. You got that too. But let me know your thoughts below, what you think about this whole ordeal. Is Ahsoka stronger than Luke at Return of the Jedi? And my take is that that Luke has never even matched Ahsoka's strength and abilities within the Force through his entire life. Let me know if you think I'm on the money with that, or if I'm completely wrong, please. So with all that said, guys, thanks so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.